It is 4:20 a.m. We've been up since 3:45 because it's the start of our trek to Machu Picchu. How are we feeling, babe?
Good morning, Michael.
I am not a morning person. My clients wonder why I've got all this energy in the morning. It's because I wake up hours before, but never at this ungodly hour. Never. So this is going to be an interesting 4 days because apparently our wake-up calls are 4:30 and 5 most mornings. All right, people. Keep you posted. In the meantime, remember, you've got the power to design and drive your future. I'll see you in the next couple of hours. So we are arriving after an hour and a half of traveling from this morning when we woke up. We're now arriving for our breakfast before we hit the trek. Well, everyone, here we are. We're about to start the trek. So we got up at 3:30 this morning. It is now coming up to, bear with me, I'll tell you, 10 past 8. So almost 5 hours after we woke up, ready to start the trek. And I'm just going to give you a tour just of some of the views over here, which are absolutely glorious. So here we are connecting with nature and taking a moment to just switch off, because it's important to just take time out. You know, we keep going and going and going, and this trek is not going to be easy. It's going to be quite difficult. They've already told us today 16 kilometers and quite a challenging day, but tomorrow even more challenging. And some things I've learned in life is to push ourselves and know what our limits are, but also never be afraid of trying something new and going outside your comfort zone, because the only way you can ever truly find out what you're capable of, how strong you are, how resilient you are, is if you push yourself outside your comfort zone. If you're willing to take risks, that's what life is about. That's what creates success, builds character, and helps you achieve and become who you ultimately can become. So I will leave you to it and see you when I stop at the next place. Say hello, babe. Here we are at the start of the Inca Trail.
Okay.
So we're gonna get ready to get going. 16K. Hey folks, so we've been walking for about an hour and 20. You'll see in a moment where we left all the way down there. And here's where we've ended up. Let me give you a tour of the view. Making some great conversations. Talking with, I'm going to show you Lena.
Hi.
Lena's a school teacher from Greece.
Hi,
We've been
guys.
talking about the importance of purpose in life and how you need a purpose, but also at what point do you push yourself to know what you're capable of doing, and when you know to no longer need to push yourself because there's nothing left to prove. So there's a question for all of you. Do you know when it's the right time to push yourself, or when it's time for you to just stop and take a moment? Lena, anything to add?
Aristotle, in the middle way is the best way.
I like that. The middle way. Find your middle ground and then take a moment to take stock. See you on the other side.
See you.
Crossing the wild river. This is amazing. And this does feel like the most rickety type of bridge. But how awesome is that? Here we are, trekking up higher and higher from where we were. And you can see that's where we're walking, up there. It's all uphill from here. You know, a moment ago I said it's all uphill from here, and the reality is sometimes life can be an uphill struggle, but it doesn't need to be a struggle. See it as a challenge, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, to recognize what you're capable of. And I'm doing this as I'm going down slippery rocks actually. But again, opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn. Life isn't always going to be easy. Resilience comes from being able to recognize your challenges and overcome them. Pushing yourself always that little bit further to the limit that you're comfortable with. So, here we go. Carrying on day one of our trek, bit of motivation for you. And of course, remember, you have the power to design and drive your future. Guys, you can't see me, but I want you to look in front of me. These are the porters. These people are carrying the backpacks, the tents, the food, everything. They're carrying about 20 kilos for the next 14 kilometers we're doing today. And they're doing this for the next 4 days. That's what these guys do. These guys right here with the big backpacks, okay? Really important. I mentioned about challenge earlier. Well, next time that you're thinking about a challenge, or maybe, you know, you got to push a bit harder, more than usual, think of these guys here.
Nice.
After lunch and we keep climbing, folks. Just keep climbing. It's steep, as you can see, but fantastic. Push yourself. Try something different. See where the path takes you. So guys, a minute ago, I was talking about if we keep climbing after lunch. You can see behind me how high we've gone. We're at 3,000 meters above sea level from where we've climbed. And just to give you an idea, that is the route. You can see how high we're trying to get to, right there. So, gotta keep going. Gotta keep pushing ourselves. And we're still smiling, which is good. And shout out to Alpaca Expeditions, who is the tour group we're with. They're absolutely amazing. And you know, when you see how some of these porters who are, you know, 50 years old, 60 years old, and they're doing this, carrying stuff, it just makes you realize the mind is one of the strongest things that we have. Everything we read about or hear when it comes to, you know, putting the thought in your mind, and if you think about it, if you visualize it, if you really believe it, the body will respond. You will achieve what you need to achieve. So I'm going to keep sending you motivational insights and just mantras, whatever you want to call it, as I keep climbing. And in the meantime, remember, just look at that view. Anything's possible if you believe, if you persevere, and you don't give up. Remember, you don't know what your true potential is until you push yourself to beyond the limits. And as I like to say, one of my favorite expressions, follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Or in this case, mountains. Making it to our campsite of day 1. We did it. Made the climb, and here we go.
No one's got enough.
This is our scenery and view for our hotel room for the evening.
Yeah.
How we doing, guys?
I made it.
We did it. We did it.